Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Alex.
What's this?
This is Brains on the Outside, a podcast about celebrating creativity through ridiculous business ideas.
For example, last week, we completely rethought democracy so that it was purely luck-based. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and we thought about pretty good ways about how to make sure Boris Johnson actually leaves Downing Street.
I think that is useful advice for any country having problems with its leadership, to be honest.
This week, though, will probably be slightly more standard business ideas. Less democracy-based.
Well, Andrew, as it happens, this week, actually, no, I think it was last week, it was National Manufacturing Day.
Oh, do we maybe have a manufacturing?
We might do. Should we get on with the show and find
out?
out?
Let's get on with it, yeah. So, Alex, what have you got for us?
Well, Andrew, it's time for some more industry news reviews.
Something about having the segment be named something makes it a lot more exciting to me.
Yeah, just a little jingle there for you. Came off the top of my head. Actually, Molly, my daughter, she absolutely loved it the time that we sang Ad Time in the thing. And every time I've been recording, she's like, did you do the Ad Time song? So we'll have to do that today. So...
Wait, what's the Ad Time song?
There was one episode where we went, ad time, it's ad time, ad time, it's ad time. Right, okay. Okay, back on the game. Here we go. So this week, it was...
Sorry, go on.
Oh, okay.
It's a good song.
So recently, Andrew, it was National Manufacturing Day.
A very important day.
An extremely important day. And being the incredibly important business person that I am, I'm subscribed to The Manufacturer.
Wow.
The industry magazine for manufacturers. And this week, I got an email from them with a question in it, which I thought would be completely perfect for us to discuss.
Excellent.
In industry news reviews.
Let's hear it.
The question is additive manufacturing the answer to obsolescence in aerospace?
I feel though I don't fully understand what they're asking. I can give it my best shot.
I think that's all we can do.
Yeah.
To be honest, Andrew.
Trying your best is important. Does this guy give us any more information?
No.
So, immediately the question kind of implies just by adding things on to your existing problem, we'll fix it.
Yeah.
Is that the solution? You have a slightly faulty airplane and you're like, just add another wing. Let's just 3D print another one.
I mean, I guess with my sensible hat on, I think additive printing is officially 3D printing. So yeah, I think, you're in flight, your wing falls off, you print another one.
I mean, really, actually, that is a huge improvement over this current situation.
Yeah.
Which when your wing falls off, you're like, oh shit, I wish I had a 3D printer.
Yeah, man. I mean, that sounds perfect to me.
But I guess the question, though, is specifically around becoming obsolete. Not breaking, I guess. It's like...
Well, I guess that covers that as well, right?
I mean, I guess if your plane loses a wing, it is obsolete.
Yeah, it is. But you're right. It definitely also covers like, oh, we don't need that thing anymore.
Yeah.
In there. And then we would just add something new to it to make that thing useful.
Do you think that thing has to be related? If you own Plane and then Plane 2 comes out, can you add anything into Plane 1 to make it no longer obsolete? Can you be like, bowling alley, Xbox, Wii, off we go?
Well, I guess, right. So we have Plane at the moment.
Yeah.
Is Plane 2 the kind of hydrogen blimp situation or the helium blimp situation that we've got like in the future? Because there's lots of companies building big blimps at the moment, right? They're building airships.
Yeah.
When the airship comes out, does that make all the planes obsolete? And if that's the case, what can we do to make planes compete in the market again?
Well, okay. Well, what's wrong with planes? They're cramped.
Yeah.
And they're pretty bad if you're scared of heights.
That's true.
So, I mean, I guess you can make them fly lower and have less seats.
Less seats in them. But that's not additive
No,
manufacturing.
well, I guess
We're not adding anything to it.
okay, adding.
Yeah.
I guess you'd bolt on little pods onto the side of the plane, like private spaces.
Extra bubbles.
Yeah, bubbling out of the plane.
Nice. So your whole plane looks like a big bubble wrap monstrosity.
Yeah.
Covered in kind of buboes that people are sleeping inside of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds aerodynamic. I like it.
Well, you're so high up, right? The air is really thin. I don't think aerodynamics counts too much up there.
Well, the other thing you said there was that people are afraid of heights and planes go really high. So we have to add in, you just put the bubbles around and then you also add in a ground that flies along with it.
Oh, wow. That every flight comes with a second flight that flies
underneath.
Effectively a net to catch you.
Yeah, just like it's a plane with a big flat top on it that's painted like
grass. AstroTurfed.
Yeah.
The brave people go in that plane who aren't afraid of heights.
Yeah.
And the people who are afraid of heights go in the top plane.
It's just a double-decker plane.
Oh, yeah.
The top of the plane just looks like a bus. Driving on the road.
Are the two planes connected?
Yeah.
Okay, so is if the bomb plane is actually just got a flat top, does it even need to be a plane on top of it? Can it just be a bus?
It's just a bus.
It's just a bus. Okay.
It's just a bus strapped to the top.
If you have like the handbrake on, it ain't going to go anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and it's full of people. That's pulling out a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I mean, we've added a lot to a plane. I mean, no blimp can compete with that.
No. It's true. Can you imagine flying through the sky? Go from London to New York in 5 hours on a London bus. In fact, you just drive the bus. The airport is now just the end of the road. You just drive the bus up, park, and then the plane takes off with you on the top.
There's a whole second tier of this. The first tier, the lower person you get in the bus. The higher tier is you take your own car.
Like a ferry.
Like a ferry. A sky ferry. I feel that is definitely conquered the whole issue of being afraid of heights.
I think so. Yeah. The crampedness, I mean, you're still quite cramped on a London bus, but if you've got your own car there, that's not a problem. And to be honest, if it's just a bit of ground, you could put a tent on there.
Exactly. And I feel like London buses are fault, but we are a business podcast. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest. Sometimes you do have to do boring things to consider the finances.
Yeah.
And to make this financially work, there has to be like a first class, more expensive package, I think. And that is when you take your own car.
Or a limo.
Yeah. But you have to be careful. If the limo's too long, it all falls off the front to the back.
Yeah. What about if we also just put a piece of canal on the tops of some planes so that you could boat up? If you're really super wealthy, you can sail your super yacht onto the back of a plane and then fly it across the country.
I bet if you're like super rich, it's probably quite annoying if you own a $500 million super yacht and you can't take it into the middle landlocked part of the country.
100%, yeah. What about the space bit of aerospace?
Yeah, we've definitely nailed aero. What about space?
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously there's a space station up there. Bits of that must become obsolete all the time, right? I
mean, yeah, the space station is cool in lots of ways, but I don't get a big sense of like fun and whimsy from it. If Space Station 2 was more like, have you ever played Final Fantasy VII?
No, I haven't.
Okay, there's like a casino planet bit. I was imagining something like that.
Like a big casino.
Yeah.
Like The Fifth Element.
So I've not seen that. But I think between our two metaphors, we can come to a conclusion.
Yeah, like a big gambling planet situation.
Yeah, I think
a gambling space station.
Very loose gambling laws in space. There is a lot of room of innovation for fun things. They've got the science and travel probably kind of locked down. Yeah. But it's the entertainment, I think, the field we can innovate in here.
What law is the space station governed by?
I don't actually know.
Like, famously, you can't eat a Kinder Egg in America, but you can have a gun. Can you eat a Kinder Egg on the space station?
Just what the founding fathers wanted, right?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Can you eat a Kinder Egg on the space station? Is that allowed? At what point can you, like, if you take off from Cape Canaveral, at what point can you no longer eat a Kinder Egg?
Yeah, how
or are you allowed to eat a Kinder Egg?
How high do you have to be in space before you go, haha, NASA, be smuggling this all the time, and then for not to recall you and put you in prison? That's an incredibly good question.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is. How far up does law go?
I mean, we're getting a bit sidetracked, but imagine being the first space criminal. That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I think doing that actually makes all Earth criminals obsolete.
Yeah.
You got to be bigger and bolder. Like once there's a space criminal, you've got to be like, you know, I was the Al Capone equivalent of 2022, and now this guy just ate a Kinder Egg in space.
If you were the first guy to rob the casino in International Space Station 2, you'd probably be the coolest person ever.
So Andrew, this week again, a listener has sent us a little audio ad, a little ad.
An incredible business idea.
So let's just play that.
This is a Brains on the Outside advertisement. Do you ever feel like your house is a little bit too small? That car you're travelling in just can't fit any more stuff? Or the train you're travelling in is just far too busy? Squash and a Squeeze are here with a solution for you. Get in touch and we will fill the space around you with so many people and so much stuff that you won't be able to bear it anymore. Once removed, you will suddenly feel like you have all the space in the world. Your house will feel spacious, that train journey will feel like heaven, and the holiday rental that you got that was just a little bit too small will feel like a palace. So get in touch via squashinasqueeze.com and we will sort you out and make you feel like you have all the space in the world.
Thanks, Julie from Durham. That was wonderful. I love this when we get stuff for the show.
It's one of my favorite aspects of the show.
Yeah, yes. Mine too. It's fabulous. And that was incredibly funny again. Andrew, if someone wanted to send something to the show, what would the best thing to do be?
The best way is to email us at brainsontheoutside@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Or go on our Twitter at brainsoutside or Instagram at brainsontheoutside. And we would just love to hear all your ridiculous, wacky business ideas.
Please. And if you don't want to send in a voice note straight away, just drop us an email and we'll help you to sort that out. That's perfect. We really love it though. So please do. Right, let's get on.
Let's do it. So, Alex, what do we have in front of us right now?
So in the afternoon segment today, what I thought we would do is play a little game called Snake Oil.
What's that?
It's perfect for us, to be honest. It's about pitching stupid ideas to really specific types of people.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Are you suggesting our ideas are stupid, Alex?
Okay. That's what the game main line's on. We're going to make it much more serious and important and viable and feasible and good business stuff, Andrew. So there's a bunch of customers that are people like hitchhiker or a fashion model, high school dropout, cowboy, that sort of thing. And then there are a whole bunch of cards that just have concepts and ideas on them, or like words or objects. So,
I have a card that's fart, that's tape, that's glue, that's mountain.
Disease, cane, money, cave, wheel, crown, magnet, goggles. So what we do is we draw a customer from the deck, then we'd have a handful of cards. I think it's 6. Mm-hmm. You choose 2 of those cards. You come up with a product pitch based on those 2 cards.
Right.
Pitch it to me.
Okay.
We'll go back and forth.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, Andrew, your next customer that's walked in here is a witch.
So, as we all know, since we do study witchcraft, casting a spell is a time-consuming and draining process.
It is. You got to learn to say Wingardium Leviosa.
Exactly. It takes a lot of mana and your little hit points and stuff to cast a really good lightning bolt or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's hard, right? Because sometimes you're walking around in the dungeon, fighting the baddies, and you're like, oh, I have no energy left. I can't cast any more spells. But then tomorrow, you'll be out at Costa, sitting with a full bar. You're like, I could do anything right now. I could use my super. I could use my ultimate power. Now, no longer is this a problem, though.
Oh.
I present to you the energy basket.
Okay.
The energy basket is a beautiful hand-woven basket where you can just dump all your extra magic energy You might not need it right now, but you know, in a few days, you'll be out on another adventure. You'll be flying your broom or something, and you're not going to want to run out. So you can take this with you. Out you go, and maybe you use your normal amount of magic energy conjuring ability in one session, and now you can reach into your energy basket and grab some more.
That sounds really stylish, man. Is it more of a kind of tote bag situation, or is it like an old school picnic basket?
Around the Kickstarter that's been launched and successfully went it is actually a picnic basket style situation.
Okay,
but with advancements in technology, because we're saving so much magic energy, we wasted. We're able to develop version 2, which will be tote bag.
Oh, okay, and because I imagine with the basket version, you got some holes there.
Yeah, it's leaking
maybe
out.
leaking some stuff.
You lost a lot, but overall, you saved. It worked out better for you, but you were losing a bit. Yeah,
I mean, I felt like I might wait for version 2, if I'm honest. There,
I mean, as long as you're on board, that's okay. I can call up and sell it to you when version 2 is out. Okay, yeah. Don't worry. Your next customer is a geek.
As a geek myself, Andrew, one thing that I find really, really, really difficult when I'm deep into the game, I'm deep into geeking out. Maybe I'm thinking about some physics,
classic geek stuff.
Yeah, or I'm like organizing my pens in the order of like the lengths of the molecules of the colors of those pens.
Classic geek activity.
Yeah, I'm doing some calculator stuff.
I can relate.
Exactly. So when I'm doing that, I often forget that I'm also cooking some pizza at the same time.
Oh man.
Yeah, and so what ends up happening is I put my pizza in, I go and do some geek stuff, and while I'm thinking about my geek stuff, I forget about the pizza, and then I'm like, 20 minutes later, I'm like, oh, my pizza, and I run to the pizza, and it's super dried out.
Okay.
It's like a giant pizza biscuit in the oven there. And that's not like a Dr. Oetker pizza, because those things are like a big biscuit. Yeah. But like it's a regular pizza that I've bought that's gone totally biscuity. I've just ruined it. I've dried it out completely. It's gone like a big crumbly disc. Well, this is no longer a problem because of pizza moisture. That's a handy spray that you can spray on any dried out pizza, and it'll moisten it right up. Mm-hmm. It just brings it right back to life. It adds that real delicious pizza juice back straight in there. Now, you might be thinking this is just water. It's not that.
What is it?
It's not that. It's a very complex combination of chemicals and also some culinary genius has gone into this. Basically, what they do is they take pizzas and they dehydrate them, and they collect the moisture that's come out of them, and they bottle it. So the moisture that you're spraying back onto your pizza in pizza moisture, it's actually from pizza.
I like that life cycle.
Yeah.
Now, imagine I have a dried up pizza. It's really dried up. How many skeets is it going to take to rehydrate this thing? Is it one skeet? Am I using bottles and balls to get back to normal?
No, so a normal 12-inch pizza is 3 squirts from the aerosol-free canister of pizza moisture.
I'm glad they were aerosol free. That's a nice bit of
Yeah.
So what is the geek element of this? Can only geeks use it? Do geeks develop it?
Geeks did develop it, obviously. I mean, it's a very high geek product. It's a lot. There's a lot of thought gone into this. That's really thought it through. There's a lot of high molecular science stuff in there. Some people really geeking out over that. But it's really targeted towards geeks because this is a real geek problem.
Yeah.
Forgetting about your pizza is like, because you're so deep into the numbers, or you're running a spreadsheet on your League of Legends output, or whatever it is.
You're deep in Excel.
Yeah.
As always, and you just forget to get the pizza out of the oven.
Yeah, exactly.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Hey, Andrew, there's a new customer here for you. Just walked into the shop.
Oh, excellent. Who is it?
I think it might be a spy.
A spy? Well, actually, I've got the perfect thing for them. So we've all been there.
We have.
We've all been on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
All the time.
Fighting for the Queen, into doing secret spy stuff.
Yeah.
probably driving an Aston Martin, looking real smart in our suits,
Yeah.
shooting the baddies. It's all going great. But then you get invited to a very large poker game. Bets are getting up, things are heating up, and you need more money. The Crown ain't going to bail you out anymore. But if you don't win this game,
Yeah.
you're done.
Oh, man.
You're getting kicked out of the casino. You ain't going to get into that safe over there in the back room.
Oh,
Mission's done.
stressful.
Stressful. You have nothing on you. You're done. You're out. You've lost the game. The Queen's, she's pissed. Well, that is in the old regime. That is in the old world. In this new world, that won't happen anymore. Not with the Diamond Cape. The Diamond Cape allows you to still look incredibly stylish and sharp when you're driving your Aston Martin around the streets of Monaco, but also in that last minute of a poker game, when they're like, Mr. Bond, do you have any more money? And they're all expecting you to say no. You can whip your cape off and reveal pure diamonds. You're back in.
Nice.
And, you know, that baddie who's been like stealing all the water from Bolivia or some weird thing like that, or trying to blow up the moon, he's so shook now after realizing you've been wearing 433 billion pounds in your cape.
Nice.
You've knocked him off. You've knocked him off his game. You've guaranteed to win this. This is the Diamond Cape.
I reckon that has some real legs to it as well. Like, that's going to look beautiful.
Yes.
As the light catches it, it's going to be... It's just going to glisten in every direction.
The big development that RD had was realizing that the inside would be diamonds, you'd be able to see, the outside would look like a normal, everyday cape that me or you would wear just to the shops.
Nice.
So you can have it both ways.
Ah, fabulous.
Alex, someone has just come into the store and they really, really need your help.
Oh, yeah?
They say they're a sports mascot. Do you have anything that could help them?
Now, as a sports mascot, I know that the thing that you're measured on most in football games and when you're mascotting and doing the mascot stuff is dancing. It's how long you dance for. You got to keep dancing. You got to keep moving. You got to keep that dance going. You can't just be standing still.
No.
Because like everyone will be like, has the mascot died? And that's difficult, right? Because that's what you're measured on. That's what your metrics are. That's what your target is. 99% dance time.
Yeah.
Dancing 99% of the time. Sometimes fans, though, they'll come up to you and they'll be like, I want a hug.
That's going to take away from your dance time. That's your KPIs are all screwed up here.
It is, man. Yeah, I'm measured on the wrong things as a dance mask, as a sports mascot. But you know, I can't let my fans down. I can't let the punters down.
Definitely not. No.
I got to give them a hug.
Yeah.
I got to do it. You know, that kid, that 13-year-old wants a hug from me. This giant dancing hand that I am. What am I supposed to do? Well, I got an answer for you. I got the hug dance. What we've developed is a series of exercises that as a sports mascot, you can do these exercises and they will give you enough flexibility and limberness to be able to hug and dance at the same time.
This is going to be a game changer in the sport mascot scene, I think.
Truly, it truly is. Now, we've obviously got to take a lot into account because you got that giant mascot head up there. You've got the big mascot body. So there's a lot of weight there already on the body. And if you're also giving someone a hug, you can't really be lifting them up while you dance with them. They also might not want that because you know, if you're hugging a 10-year-old and their parents there and you pick them up, they might think you're going to run away with them. So that's what we got. We developed this series of movements, exercises, dances, strengthening techniques. Works a lot on your core to allow you to be hugging on one side and dancing on the other side.
Now, you surely must know what I'm going to ask. Can you describe one of these routines or techniques?
Now, I can't really do that because obviously that's just giving away the book.
Oh, of course.
The contents of the
the intellectual property. I mean, yeah, of course.
If you want to get in on this, Andrew, what you have to do is very simple. The first set of exercises, those are just $19.95.
Oh, wow.
That's going to get you well on the way to getting the strength and the flexibility, the muscular flexibility and the bone flexibility you need.
Bone flexibility.
To be able to do these dances. All right. That's going to get you there. The next level up. All right. If you want to start learning one of the dances as well, because obviously that flexibility, that's a great outcome for everyone if you're that flexible. All right. But if you want to learn one of the actual dances, that is going to be $59.99.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that'll give you one dance. There are 20 different hug dances that we can teach you, so that there is one that definitely matches your natural sports mascot style. There's 20 of them. Now, each additional dance on top of the first one that you get, and you can choose any dance as your first dance, right? We recommend that you choose the snuggle salsa as your first dance.
Okay.
All right, because that's the simplest one and requires the least bone flexibility.
It sounds like these are high intensity.
Extremely difficult.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a lot of work. There is some pain, but there's never any game without any pain. All right. You want that bone flexibility. You want that muscle flexibility. You want to be able to bend in the ways that are required for you to be dancing and hugging at the same time. You got to put the effort in.
I'm blown away. I'm not even a mascot, but I feel with these prices, with these deals, we all need to get involved with this.
It's such a good exercise program. It's so good for you. The resulting flexibility of the bones is incredibly useful, even if you're not a mascot. You can reach under things and around stuff. If you get trapped inside your own house, you can reach out to the letterbox and reach the old door handle. We actually have a testimony from Eugene Victor Toombs, who said that he really felt the difference.
That's a
deep cut.
that's a deep cut for the X-Files fans out there.
So there you go. Hug dance.
Aside from the excellent value of hug dance, I think snake oil is also excellent value.
I feel it is. Yeah. It was good fun.
Typically in the game, there is a winner. There is an independent third party to choose who's won.
Yeah.
But there isn't the case.
Yeah.
So, listener, if you have a favorite snake oil business, let us know.
Yeah, please
Give us
do.
a little tweet.
Yeah.
If how would they do that? How would someone communicate with us, Alex?
So the best ways are via our Twitter, which is Brains Outside, or our Instagram, which is Brains on the Outside, or you can email us brainsontheoutside@gmail.com.
Yes, you can. I for some reason my mind just went totally blank there, even though we say it every single week. I think we've come up with a lot of good business ideas today. This is probably the episode with most business ideas, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's up there.
It's with the dice episodes, yeah.
Six stakeholder ones.
Yeah.
And then the
Rethinking Planes.
Rethinking Planes. I mean, that is excellent value, I think.
I feel so, yeah.
And we'll be back again next Monday.
Yeah, please.
So, until then, Alex, keep your brain on the outside.
And you, Andrew, keep your brain on the outside, man.